What is a Caleb Williams? Where did he come from? Where is he going? And why will you hear nothing but Caleb Williams for the next 6 to 9 months? Hello, YouTube. I'm Spencer Hall, and this is Big Dumb Football. We are here to talk about all of the questions you might not know and are afraid of asking about this big dumb sport we love so much. I'm just a guy inviting you into my garage to talk about football. That sounded weirder than I wanted it to, but we're just going to keep going anyway. Today, Caleb Williams. How good is he? And why will you hear nothing but Caleb Williams for the next 6 to 9 months as he winds down the college football season and enters the NFL draft process?
I think he would probably upgrade 18 NFL teams next week.
I regret to inform you, they're not far off. He's spectacular. He's amazing. He's the standing Heisman Trophy winner. He may yet win it again this year. Full disclosure, I am a voter. I would definitely consider voting for him if in a hypothetical universe that were a thing. I can't exactly tell you who I'm voting for, but bear with me. He's that good. 4,500 yards passing last year, over 40 touchdowns. He's headed for that again. He just came off a 6-touchdown effort against Colorado. So what makes him so very different from not just every other quarterback in this class, but every other quarterback who may have come before him? And the answer is twofold. The first is that the unique quantity that is Caleb Williams himself. He is not just a passing quarterback. He's mobile. He gets out of the pocket, sometimes way too much out of the pocket for a normal human being, but it's okay because he's Caleb Williams and his eyes are always downfield, tracking receivers who might not even be running the route they started running, but are definitely going to find the ball in their hands when they need it most. Also, he's a brilliant passer. It's not just an Anthony Richardson case where we say, well, he can throw it a long way and we'll make it work. No, the ball's on time. It's where it's supposed to be. Sometimes it's not where it's supposed to be, and even then, it's in the right place. He understands defenses. He makes standard throws that make NFL scouts and coaches go, ooh and ah. He makes the outlandish throws that make candidates and randos like yourself maybe watching this going, who is this guy, go, ooh, ah. He's great for the layperson because he's a spectacular player. He's great for the expert nerd NFL watcher because he makes the kind of throws that you want to see in the league. And he's superb for a college fan like me because he does both of them. That's probably the best encapsulation I can give you of his excellence. When there's a script, he reads it beautifully, and there's no one better than him. And when he goes off script, well, he is also the best. Caleb Williams didn't get to this point alone, though. He is an outstanding individual talent, but a lot of things in football and in college football specifically have changed to get him into this point where he can be at his most successful in the right environment and in the right scheme. He plays for USC. USC currently coached by Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley, a member of the air raid tree. If you're not familiar with the air raid, let me just put it this way. Football used to be like this, just all bunched up, a bunch of dudes all together in a big sort of neutron mash ball of contact and energy and big fat guys. That's the simple explanation of what football used to be. The air raid spread that out. They said you have to defend the whole field, and it opened up space. And it helped passers in particular because it took big, slow guys on defense and exposed them by asking them to cover receivers. And this changed the way people play defense. It changed the way people play offense. It changed everything. Lincoln Riley is a direct descendant of Mike Leach, who, with Hal Mumme, is one of the founding fathers of this attack. Now, he's evolved it somewhat, and he's gotten Caleb Williams to the point where he's protected by a run game. USC has outstanding backs this season, and you'll notice they do run the ball a lot. So he's going to be familiar with the kind of demands that a pro-type offense might make of him. But to be honest, even pro offenses now lean more towards this sort of spread passing game with a power run game sort of built into the middle of it. Also, he got here because Caleb Williams is not just a student of the air raid. He's been a student of the game since he was 10, when he started receiving the kind of private QB coaching that a lot of elite quarterbacks now have in their lineage. And it's not just that those off-platform throws because of some sort of innate wild genius. That guy's been making those kind of throws in practice for years. And in fact, schedules his training around those. He makes throws off of a Bosu ball, right? A lot of work in making throws in those sort of unstable situations. He's not unique in that. I think anybody who watched quarterbacks on Netflix knows that's the kind of thing Patrick Mahomes works on. But it's yet another sort of turn in the evolution of the quarterback that we see both the training, the coaching lineage, and the situation all add up into the next form, into this sort of like evolved monster Pokemon of a quarterback that we call Caleb Williams. About those potential weaknesses, let's just go ahead. Let's find one little flaw on the Mona Lisa here. Okay, let's nitpick if we can for a minute. It's 3rd and 4. It's the first quarter against Colorado. They're up 7-0, and USC is driving. And I saw a lot of people say, oh man, what a highlight. What an ability to improvise. And that's true. This is a spectacular play. He finds a receiver downfield. He does one of the things he's supposed to do. You know what else he could have done on the play, and something that he's going to have to do in the NFL? He could have scrambled 4 yards for the first down. I'm not saying it's not a cool play. I'm not saying it's not even necessarily what he should or shouldn't have done. But a quarterback coach with an actual defense coming at your guy will say, my dude, it's cool, but you had a clean pocket. Sometimes he just gets the zoomies, right? Like a puppy, and he just runs out of a clean pocket for no reason. Do I like this as a fan? Absolutely. It leads to plays like this. As a coach or as somebody looking for the potential flaws here, that play in the NFL, take it. Nobody ever goes broke taking a profit. Tom Brady made a whole career out of hitting checkdowns smoothly. Go ahead. Get some smooth into your life, Caleb Williams. Take the easy cash. What have we learned overall about Caleb Williams, besides the fact that he's really good? Well, it's this, that he might be, of all the quarterback prospects I have seen to date, as someone who watches a ton of college football, he might be the most idiot-proof quarterback prospect in the history of the football league we call the NFL. Like, I don't really know how you could mess him up. I'm sure there are ways. There are franchises that have been graveyards for the prospects of quarterbacks, maybe even better quarterbacks, because we still don't know what he's going to be in the league. However, I know that in college football, he had no choice but to be successful. That's how good he was. And I know that in the NFL, unless he goes to a team that deliberately tries to sabotage his performance, unless he goes somewhere where he's actively not wanted by the coach, by the GM, by his teammates, unless he becomes an entirely different person and prospect than the one you see on film and off the field now, he's going to be successful. So say all you like about doomsaying about going to the Bears or the Cardinals, okay? There are no Michael Jordans. There are no LeBron James in the sport of football, but man, I'll be damned if he's not close.